whalahi atu mālo le lei, ni sa bula, talo hani, talo whakoi, kem the moody, halo le ke te wantau karaki na ko mai, halo ni bilong mālo le soifua maua malalangi mama. Brian Sangala here, Brian Sangala, event specialist, with another episode, family, of job hunting tips and tricks to help you secure your dream job, taken from my many years as an employment coach, and a special highlight focusing to help our young Pasifika, all of our young people watching, and especially those year 12, year 13 that are looking to get into work. But I don't just want you to get a job for the sake of a job. Yes, I want to help mum and dad contribute to the household and things like that. That's great. But I'm looking more as a career. What is a career that you want to get into, which is in line with the things that you love doing, which you are passionate about? In the first episode I shared about, I asked the question, what is it that you like doing? And then based on that answer, having a look out as to what kind of role, what kind of industry that you would be interested in getting into, centered around those passions. Because as the saying goes, as the old adage goes, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. So, firstly, let's recap last week's episode, applying for jobs. And so the two main ways: applying online, going through websites such as Seek, Trade Me Jobs, Indeed, things like that. There's also government websites, government job search websites, setting up profiles, also setting up alerts for when jobs come up that you are interested in applying for. And depending on the type of website and your profile, where now these days a lot of websites, it's just one-click application. So that's one way, online. Or old school, but I still find very effective, is printing out a number of CVs and then just going out and doing cold calling, having a spiel ready. Hi, my name is Brian. I'm very interested in applying for work here. This is my CV. It tells a little bit about my experience, and that would love to hear from you regarding any opportunities. Something as simple as that. If you're looking to get into retail, could be as easy as printing off 10 to 20 CVs. And before we continue with your CVs, making sure, we've already covered it, but no spelling mistakes, with your experience in chronological order from the latest to your oldest experience, also having your correct contact details, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and so looking for retail work, you could go to your local mall, an area where there's a lot of shops around, and just going from door to door to door, handing out, but also making a note as you go, having a checklist or a database, like just pen and paper, writing down, okay, this is the place, this is the company where I handed my CV, and make a note of the date, and then making a note of the time or date to follow up. Usually about 2 or 3 days later will be good, while you're still fresh in the mind. Okay, so that was a recap of last week. And today, you've secured an interview, and now what? It's a good question, huh? So you've done all the hard work, you've applied online, you've received good news, you've been contacted to advise, hey, we would love to interview you. Okay, then, oh yay! But panic sets in, because it's like, okay, I've got the interview, but oh my gosh, what happens now? Okay, so we're going to go over some pointers tonight, which I've included in the description as well, which will be a good refresher to go over if you're watching this back at a future date. So, number one, you've got the interview date, time, and address. So make sure you confirm those details. If you've received an email or a text, then that's great. Make sure you lock those in, whether in a diary or a wall planner like me behind me. You can make a reminder for yourself maybe a few days before the actual interview date, and you can put an alarm on your clock. However, the best way you remember, note those details down firstly. Okay. The second one was part of applying and looking for work, but this time it's going and doing as much research as you can about the company. The best place to find out, of course, you can go via their website. Find out as much as you can in terms of the company, the history, some of the products or services. What is the vision statement? You imagine sharing a vision, their vision statement back to them, or a mission statement that you've memorized from a website during an interview. They'll be like, oh, damn. Okay, when can you start? Research as much as you can about the company. And then the next one after that, similar, is finding out as much as you can about the role. When you're applying for a job, and hopefully you're not doing this when you're applying for work, you just haphazardly apply. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I'll just apply. But now, before the interview date itself, go in and have a really good look at the description. What is it they're looking for? What are the responsibilities that this job entails? And the reason being is the next part. Make sure you know your CV inside out, and where are the crossovers, where are the correlations, where are the alignments in terms of your CV marrying up with the responsibilities that you see on the job description, whether you've applied online or you got a call back with regards to, hey, we've got a job going here. When you're cold calling, oh yeah, that sounds cool, I want to go for it. Okay, good. So again, finding out as much as you can about the role, and then how that lines up with your CV, but then also making sure again you know your CV inside out. Because when it comes to the interview, what you don't want to happen is this, where the interviewer is asking you about a job or previous job experience, and it's like, oh, and you're sort of stumbling your way through it. No. Know your job history, your CV inside out, because the last thing you want to do is, even if you've got your CV and you're referring to it, it's like, hang on a minute, you should know your own job history. Coming here, that should be just base foundational level 101. So find out as much as you can about the company, find out as much as you can about the role, and then, of course, learning or memorizing, making sure you know your CV inside out and how that relates to the job description or the details of the job that you're applying for. Good. The next one, dress for success. Regardless of the interview that you are going for, you want to dress nice, neat, accordingly. Nice shirt, nice pants and that. It doesn't matter what role you're going for. This is the interview. Being on the job and having a uniform might be working as an arborist or outside, but you're not going to go dressed like that to the actual interview. No. You want to dress to impress. This is just as much a part of your calling card as your CV are. So when you are face to face with the interviewers, they're going to marry up the CV with what's presented to them in the form of you on the interview day. So present yourself to the very best of your ability. Nice, and for guys, nicely groomed. Okay, and for our sisters, yes. nicely groomed, professional. I always say it's always good to go professional, regardless of the role that you're going for. If you need help, okay, there may be help available for you via work and income. There might be some grants that you can apply for. Mum and dad, hey, mum, dad, please, can I just get maybe $100 or $200 just to help out with my buying clothes for my interview that I'm going for? And it'll be like, yes. And you know why they should say yes? Yes, because you'll be paying this much board when you get a job. Okay. No, but yes, but true. Okay, so again, starting to look for work that clothes that you can buy to dress to impress on the interview day. And then the last one, with regards to interview preparation, is just familiarize yourself with the address. Okay, especially if you're not familiar with the area, go to the actual address a day before or 2 days before your interview. So if you're driving there, you know the route, and especially if it's around that whole peak hour traffic between like 8 and 9, or even between 8 and 10 o'clock, always allow for traffic, especially in the bigger centres. So just drive and familiarise yourself with how to get there, because the last thing on the interview day is that you might wake up a little bit late, you miss your alarm clock, and and then you got to try and navigate, trying to get to the company, the interview location. Yeah, okay, you can use your GPS, but your mind, it's like versus, okay, I already know where I'm going. I'm giving myself more than enough time to allow for any any delays in traffic, etc. Okay, so familiarize yourself with the address and how to get there, and then of course the main thing, attitude. A saying that I've shared before: your attitude determines your altitude. So, doing all these things are in preparation for the interview itself. So, let's go through them one by one again. Confirming date, time, and address for the interview. Find out as much as you can about the company. Do your research on the company, whether it's the website, socials. Just do a Google search. There might be an interesting article which you can reference during your interview, because one of the main interview questions, of course, a common one: what do you know about the company? Well, what do I know about this company? Let me tell you. I'm Wikipedia when it comes to this company. Okay. What do you know about the role? Do your research about the role and its responsibilities. Again, next one, CV, knowing your CV inside out. How does your CV and the skill sets that you have align with the job and the responsibilities and the company, its vision, services, products, etc.? The next one, dress for success, dress to impress, always professional, well groomed. And if you need help, see what availability there is for assistance, whether through work and income or other organizations. Do your research that you can get help. And I know, I'm sure, especially for year 12 and 13, there may even be help for you via your school or other organizations that are linked with connected with your school. And then familiarize yourself with the address and how to get there. Familiarize yourself with the address and how to get there. So there you go, my friends. That is us for tonight. Securing a job interview and doing the preparation. Next time, we will be looking at the interview itself on the day and questions. Questions. What kind of questions, common questions, and how you can answer those. Again, if you are needing an MC, host, facilitator, broadcaster, brand ambassador for your next event or company, etc., please hit me up on my socials, or you can visit my website, briansangala.co.nz. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Really appreciate it, family. God bless. Look after one another and have a great night. Fa